and therefore the focus must be on that. The priority must be that I want to be an engineer. And if the focus is that, then you work towards that, and therefore you take your studies very seriously. So I wish you well. As you are here, I wish you all the best. And I'm sure that if you take your studies very seriously, you will do well. And there's also one thing I want to say finally before I go. That is, if they are looking for people, you are a crowd, okay? And very often those people who are looking for people to work with, they know that you are a crowd, and therefore they are looking for those whose heads are above the crowd. And therefore you must work towards that you be one of the heads that is above the crowd. And there are new developments in science and technology. I hope that I can have the opportunity to share with some of you. You must be looking at that. AI, what is AI? New materials, say for example, materials that can withstand 4,000 degrees Celsius and not melt. So there are new developments, energy materials, and so on and so on. There are new developments, and all of them are coming from the design and so on, so will come from you guys. And therefore, I would like to wish you well in your studies, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prof. Mamadi. The next presentation is from the exam office, and to do that, we have the college exam office, the college exam officer herself, Dr. Mispa Amaje John Robson. A round of applause to her as she presents on examinations. Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, and you are welcome to the College of Engineering, KNUST. I believe that by the time you leave here, you'll be interested in your CWAs. That means your score. And I'll just give you a little presentation on everything that pertains to what we do for exams and how you are assessed here. And if you need any assistance concerning exams, what you should do. Be ready.
We're giving two. Which one? You give us this one.
This one.
This one.
Mm-hmm. Let me see the next slide. Okay. Okay. Where do we go? Next?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, so I'll give you a brief presentation on assessment and examinations. First of all, when you come as a student, you are supposed to register. So I believe we've all registered our courses. I hope all of us have registered our courses. Not yet. Okay, so you are supposed to go into your portal and register. There are two levels of registration. You would have to do an online course registration. And then you also have to be biometrically verified. So when you come to campus, you would have to do what? A biometric registration. This makes you a student for the semester. If you don't register, then you are not a student for the semester. It's very important. So please, when you come to school, the very first thing you have to do is to register. And this is compulsory. So you do your online registration, and then you also do your biometric registration before you be registered for the semester. And why you don't register for a course, You register for a course but you fail to write the exams, you would be what? Marked as failed. So you should take notes. When you register for a course and you don't take the exam for that course, you shall be deemed to have failed that course. And then, when you don't register within the given period, you will be automatically deferred. Okay? And you are deferred for an academic year, so that will be 2 semesters. So if you are deferred in first semester, then you forfeit first and second semester of that academic year. If you are deferred in second semester, then you forfeit that second semester and the first semester of the next academic year. And if you are deferred, and you fail to register for the next academic year after the period for that deferment, you'll be withdrawn for abandoning the program. So we should take note of this. And we have 4 courses that are required by the department, and then we have some courses that we call as electives. The electives, that means there are different courses and you can choose. Okay, we do, most of the time, you do the core course registration purely online, but for some departments, when you are registering your electives, sometimes you have to select that in your department. So take note for that for your department. And you are supposed to attend all lectures, all underlined, and then seminars, workshops, practical sessions, any activity prescribed by your department as a requirement for your course, you are supposed to participate in it. So take note. It's a requirement for what? Writing exams for that course. Okay, and then if you are absent from all lectures, labs, practical sessions, tutorials, any activity prescribed by your department for their course, within what? 15 cumulative lecture days without permission, then you would have what? You'll be deferred for that the course, or you'll be deferred for the semester. This is for all the courses in the department. The next one is if you are absent from lectures for more than what, or any prescribed activity by the department for more than 3 cumulative lecture periods, you will be deferred for that course. So take note, those of you who won't want to attend lectures, you can ask your senior colleagues. It affects some of them. So if you don't attend lectures, tutorials, practical sessions for a particular course for more than 3 times, then you will be deferred automatically for that course. And you can only take the course in the next academic year. And because you registered for that course, you will not be awarded 0, but you will be given a DF, which we will give as deferred. That means you deferred that course. Also, a student can be allowed to defer a program, okay, and for whatever reason. If you have a reason why you think that you can't take the course in an academic year, you can be deferred. And this you have to write to the dean, your faculty dean, through your HOD, your head of department, within the first 4 weeks of the start of the semester, that this academic year I won't make it. Then you are given the permission to defer for an academic year. So that will be 2 semesters. But this applies to students from the second year, because you should have met the requirements for a program before you'll be allowed to defer. So first year, as of now, you are not allowed to defer. But from second year, if for whatsoever reason you will not be able to take a course in the semester, please don't stay at home and assume the university would understand. You would have to see your HOD, write to the dean through your HOD that you want to defer that academic year, and it's for 1 academic year. Okay, and then on medical grounds, you can also be deferred. And this would have to be verified, whatever medical reason you are bringing would have to be verified by the university's medical officer. So yes, for some medical reasons, you may not be able to meet the requirements for a semester, so you have to defer. So that is also allowed. Then there will be formal examinations at the end of each semester. So we have 2 semesters, so we have the end of semester exams for the first semester and then end of semester exams for the second semester. And the duration of each paper will not be less than 2 hours. And we also have a system of a continuous assessment. And the continuous assessment will include mid-semester examinations, class tests, assignments, whatever is deemed necessary by the course lecturer. So you should take notes and then make sure that you meet all the continuous assessment requirements for your course. And at the end of the semester, you'll be graded 70% for the end of semester examinations and then 30% for the continuous assessment. And for the grading of our examination, in KUST, if you score between 70 to 100%, that is an A. Okay, and then any score between 60 to 59.99, no, 60 to 69.99, we call that a B. And then a C as follows. And the pass mark for any course is 40. For you to have passed a course, you should score at least 40%. That is a combination of your end of semester scores and then your continuous assessment scores to add up to at least 40 for you to have passed a course. And at the end, we have the system for completing our scores at the end of semester. We call that the cumulative weighted average score. And that is the CWA. A lot of you will be struggling for your CWAs. And at least at the end of the semester, your CWA should be above 45. So if you are aiming at scoring 40 in all your courses, then you should be reminded that you will not make it to get a CWA above 45. So you should take note, don't aim at scoring 40s. Aim at scoring high marks, the A's, so that you are not caught wanting. Okay, and this is how we complete the CWA, the cumulative weighted average score. You are now coming in as fresh students, so when you start, you see that you have a number of courses you register for the semester. Those of you who have registered, you see that already in your portal. And each course, for instance, each course has a course code, which is, for instance, this course we have 3E151, which is Inorganic Chemistry for Engineers. That is the course name, but the course code is PE151. And you see that the course has a credit hours of 2. So for each course, you see that they have some credit hours. When you are registering, you see the credit hours for each course. Okay, so every course take in a semester would have some credit hours. And in each semester, you can take courses up to 21 credits. We don't allow students to take more than 21 credits in a semester. Okay, so for this program here, you see that the semester credits adds up to 20. And at the end, you see that you obtain some marks for each of these courses. So that will be your total mark obtained out of 100. A combination of your end of semester exams and your continuous assessment. So for instance, in this case, the students scored 75% for PE 151 all the way to PE 155, 56%. So every course will have a score. Okay, to calculate your CWA, since this is your first semester, it will be just your weighted average score because you don't have any previous scores. So your very first semester's average score will just be a weighted average score. And to get that, we need to multiply the credit hours for each course against the mark obtained for the course. So if you see the weighted mark for PE 151, you see that it's 2 times the 75% there. So for each course, you apply. So for Chem 169, for instance, it's 3 credits. So you have 3 times the 53% score there. So we do this for each of the courses, and at the end of the day, we add the weighted scores. The weighted mark there you see is what? 1,255. So that is the weighted score. And then we have the total credits for the semester, which is 20. So to get the weighted average score for that semester, we divide the weighted mark, the total mark, by the total number of credits. So you see the 1,255 divided by 20. That gives you the weighted score for that, average score for that semester. So for your first semester results, you'll be seeing something like this. So this student is starting with a weighted average score of what? 62.75. So we move on to the second semester. This same student or this same program, the same program, we register courses for the second semester. And for that semester also, you have the credits for each of the courses. So you have your total credits. And your score for each of the courses are also there. And you do the same. So we multiply the credits by the score and we add them up. And then for that semester, to get the weighted average score for that semester, you can you divide the total weighted score by the total credits. So that is the weighted average score for that semester. But to get the cumulative weighted average score, what we do is that you see that we add the weighted scores from the first semester to that of the second semester. Do you see that? Now we see that. So we add that and then we add up the credits as well. So you see that we now have a total of 38 credits at the end of the second semester. So to get a cumulative weighted average score, we divide the total weighted scores for the 2 semesters by the total credit hours up to the end of that semester. So this goes on for each semester till you get your final cumulative weighted average score with which you graduate. Okay, so when you take your result slips, you will see your weighted score for Okay, so if you are unable to write an exam due to a medical condition, you'll be graded as I, which is incomplete. And you'll be able to take the exams for that course when it is next available, either in the supplementary, you take that in the supplementary exams, if there are supplementary exams for that academic year. Okay, and for ISTAR, when you are graded at ISTAR, that means that you have incomplete and which it could be as a result of a missing mark, which will have to be resolved. So that may not be your issue as a student. You will have to find out why that mark is outstanding. And if you defer, you have a DF. Either you defer the course or you are deferred because you didn't meet the attendance requirement for the course. It's also a trail, and you can only take the course in the next semester when it is available, and you would have to meet the attendance requirements for that. So you can't write deferred courses during supplementary exams. And if there is any examination you are found to have violated our regulations, for any kind of misconduct, and your paper is cancelled, you'll be given X. And this will show on your transcript that there was a malpractice or misconduct concerning that exam. And you would face a disciplinary committee and you'll be told what to do. So when you take the paper at another time when it is available, depending on the punishments that you are given. So you can also have this on your transcripts for a course. So watch out, X. And the interpretation is what? Examination or practice or misconduct. Okay? We don't want this on anybody's transcript. So we should all conduct ourselves properly. Usually we have 2 main semesters, and then we have what we call the third semester, which that is only for exams. We write supplementary exams when it's available. So that will be conducted depending on the academic calendar. And the students who qualify to write exams in this period are those who fail any course. So if you have F in any course and there are supplementary exams that year, you are required to rewrite the paper during the supplementary exams. And then if you were ill, so you are unable to write a paper during the semester and you are given I, incomplete, you are also required to write the paper during the supplementary exams, provided you are now okay to take the exams. Okay. And after the supplementary exams, whatever your scores are will determine your status in the next academic year. So we have what we call probation. You can be put on probation if your CWA at the end of the supplementary exams is between 40 and 44.99. That means you haven't met the requirements for the minimum CWA of 45. So you'll be put on probation for an academic year. If you fail to redeem yourself within the academic year, then you will be repeated. You will be repeated for going on probation for the second time. Okay, and then if you have CWA less than 40.00 at the end of the supplementary exams, that's the second year or third year student, then you would be repeated. And if you have to be put on probation the second time, you will also be repeated. And when you defer a program and you come, you'd have to repeat that year. So if you were supposed to do second year first semester and you went on deferment, when you come and your mates are in third year first semester, you can't join them. You will have to continue from the second year first semester. So take note. And then we also have grounds for withdrawing students, so you can be withdrawn. So take note. If you are in first year to third year and you fail more than 2 courses at the end of the supplementary exams, you will be withdrawn. Please take note of this. I hope we all have a copy of the student's guide, or it hasn't been given to you yet. Okay, so you have the student guide and you will have to read and understand all the regulations in there. Because I had a student this semester who is repeating third year because she had 12 courses and she didn't know that she had to write them during supplementary exams. So she didn't come at all. And now she has to repeat the third year. Ignorance will not let you go. So please, make sure you understand all the regulations so that you are not caught wanting or you don't come disturbing us. Because when it happens like that, there's nothing anyone can do for you. You apply the regulations. So please, if you fail more than 2 courses at the end of the supplementary exams for any academic year, you can't progress, you'll be withdrawn. And then if a second year or third year student whose performance is such that he has to repeat or be put on probation the second time, then you should know that's what you will be withdrawn. If you, a repeated student who fails to obtain a CWA above 40 and above will also be withdrawn. So take note, you can be withdrawn for poor academic performance. And first year student, if you obtain your CWA less than 40 at the end of the supplementary exams for this year, you will be withdrawn. So take note. And if you absent yourself from all the courses for the semester you didn't take any exam, although you registered, you will be what? Withdrawn for abandoning the program. Okay, so if you are withdrawn, you should note that if you are withdrawn for poor academic performance in an academic year, when we are in second year or third year, you have the option to repeat. But that is your own decision. We will not repeat you automatically. You would have to write to your dean, to your HOD, to the dean that you want to what? Repeat before you are considered. So that is also there. And we have our graduation requirements. At the end of the day, after taking your courses,